Hi, Mom.
Jeff, what a surprise. I hope you aren't in any kind of trouble with the police.
What? No. How could you even think of such a thing?
Well, that's what young boys do when they move out of their parents' house. I just read of such an incident this morning.
I have never been in any kind of problem with the police, and I'm not a young boy anymore.
Whatever. Not like I care anyway. So, what is it? Why do you need mommy all of a sudden?
Ugh, I hate it when you talk to me like I'm still a child. I'm 28, for goodness sake.
Huh, age is just a number, Jeff. I agree you're 28, but tell me what you've achieved. Take a cue from your older brother, Max. He's happily married with 3 kids.
Mom, your nagging isn't necessary right now. I texted you because I needed your help.
Ha ha ha, I knew it. Tell me, what did you do wrong? You're in debt, right? Something tells me you've done something stupid, and now you need me to clean up your mess.
I didn't do anything wrong. I lost my job and I need a place to stay for the time being. It's just till I can get a new job. I promise not to burden you with feeding or anything like that. I just need a roof over my head.
Really? What happened to the condo you live in? I mean, the one you bragged about last Christmas.
Well, isn't it obvious? I can't afford to stay there anymore.
All right, that's not my problem. You shouldn't have lost your job.
It's not my fault. The company I worked with was acquired by another company and many workers were laid off as a result.
That's sad. Either way, you shouldn't have rented a condo to start with. A single man like you doesn't deserve such luxury.
To think that I rented it so I could show you guys how comfortable I was. Life can be cruel sometimes. I wouldn't be asking for this favor if I didn't lose my job.
It's a good thing life has humbled you. But there's no way you're staying with us.
Why?
There are so many whys. For starters, you left this house, yourself, and swore never to live with us again.
That's because you all treated me like trash. None of you showed up for my high school graduation. You didn't even celebrate my 18th birthday like you did for Max. So I decided right then to leave the house and only come over during Christmas when other extended family members would be around. That way you could at least pretend to care about me in their presence.
I thought you'd be more mature now, but you're still the same dimwit who's always whining about nonsense. Besides, Max is your older brother and you shouldn't be comparing yourself to him.
Just because he's my older brother doesn't mean he should be treated better.
Ugh, this is another reason why I can't have you living with us. You always complain about everything. The house has been very peaceful since you left. No one wants you back.
Fine. I also can't stand being in the same space with you a lot. Could I at least park my camper in the backyard?
Hell no! I believe I speak for the whole family when I say I don't want you or anything that belongs to you on our property.
Nice, Mom. I'm not asking you to feed me or anything. I'm not asking for money. I've owned the camper for a while and it's the only alternative I've got if I can't live with you.
Well, do whatever you want. Our house is too cramped with Max, his wife, and 3 kids living with us.
Of course. Max is your beloved son, so it's alright for him to be comfortable. I'm not asking to live in the house. I'll only stay in the backyard. I could even pay rent if that would make you feel better.
Nope. If I let you park your camper in our backyard, you might get comfortable and feel like entering the house. The next thing I know, we're sharing the kitchen and living room. Not going to happen, Jeff.
Oh, this was just a waste of time. It was dumb of me to have thought of asking you for help. Perhaps I should come over to the house and speak with Dad.
Yeah, whatever. It's not gonna make any difference, son.
Hey, little bro.
Hi, Max. What is it?
I just saw your post on Facebook. I can't believe you're now a homeowner. It's a really nice house that you bought. What? How did you get to see my post? I thought I blocked you all on my socials. I used a fake account, you moron. I used a photo of a random pretty girl as my profile picture so you wouldn't suspect me when I sent you a friend request. You must feel smart, right? Of course. I'm the smart one between the both of us, huh? I'm gonna block you right again. That's if you recognize me. Besides, I could simply do the same thing again. Huh. I don't have so many friends on Facebook, so you can't be that hard to find. If you don't mind, I've gotta go now. Wait, you can't just go. I was gonna ask for your address so we could come visit. We? Yeah, myself, my wife, my kids, then mom and dad. Whoa, that's the whole bunch. Yeah, we'd love to come over and celebrate with you. Not happening, Max. Whatever made you think I'd agree to have you guys visiting? Come on, Jeff. Why did you share the post on Facebook if you didn't want people to celebrate with you? And who else would you celebrate with if not with your family? I mean, family comes first, right? Did you even read what I posted? I shared that post to encourage anyone who's going through a tough time. I shared my story of how my family abandoned me when I was jobless and I was about to get rich through hard work and determination. Okay, so? What's that gotta do with me? You're part of the family that abandoned me. Hey, let bygones be bygones. Besides, it was Mom who refused to let you live with us. Don't pin that on me. Oh, really? Have you forgotten how you treated me when I came over to our parents' house to negotiate with them? You called me a hobo while your wife laughed at me for now having to live in a camper. It was only a joke. Stop taking little things to heart. Easy for you to say. You don't know what I went through ever since. I've had to live like a nomadic camper. I parked wherever I could without getting into trouble. Every night I feared someone would try to break in and attack me. I got chased away like a beggar several times until I finally got a job at a warehouse where they let me park in an abandoned garage. I went through all of that shit for almost a year simply because my family refused to help me. Sounds pathetic. But you're painting the wrong picture, Jeff. Dad offered to let you park in the yard if you'd pay rent. The amount he asked for was insane. If I had that amount of money, I'd have rented an apartment. I agree Dad went a little overboard there, but you do know he used that as a ploy not to have you stay with us, right? He knew you couldn't afford it, huh? Whatever. Mom kept screaming that my camper was an eyesore and that Dad shouldn't even consider it. They simply didn't want me around. There's nothing you can say to make me see things otherwise. So you're just gonna abandon your family because you now own a house? Absolutely. You guys abandoned me first. When I needed a place to stay, not one of you offered to help me. For the record, you walked out on us when you were 18 and swore never to have anything to do with us anymore. You only came over during Christmas, which made you almost become a stranger to the family. We couldn't just let you move in with us. I've got a wife and 3 kids. It'd be dangerous to have someone they barely knew living with them. That's a very stupid excuse, Max. Why the hell are you still living with our parents anyway? You should have moved out a long time ago. Well, now that you mentioned moving out, there is no need to beat around the bush anymore. I want to move into your house. What? Are you nuts? Yeah. I showed Mom your Facebook post and she said I can have your house. What the heck? You can't just have my house because Mommy says so. I worked hard to get to this level. I'm even still paying for the house. That's your problem, not mine. Just send me the address so I can move with my family. Our parents' house was already becoming too small for us. It's hard to have some privacy there, and I can't afford to move out yet. You bought your house just when we needed it the most. Is this some joke to you? There is no way I'd let you move into my house. Mom said I could have it. To hell with both of you.
Jeff, how dare you?
Mom, good morning to you too.
Oh, please. I didn't think I'd need to do this myself, but it turns out that you just want to be stubborn for no reason at all.
Huh? How am I being stubborn?
You're not only being stubborn, but you're selfish too. When are you going to change?
What exactly are you whining about?
Where are your manners, Jeff? Have you forgotten I'm your mother?
Could you please go straight to the point? I don't have all day.
Fine. There's no point speaking nicely to you since you want to be rude. I demand that you give Max your house right now.
Oh, really? Do you realize this is the first time you're contacting me since you refused to help me a year ago?
Must you always whine like a baby? Max said you ranted about the same issue when he texted you. Look, we're sorry, okay?
I don't need your apologies. What I need is for you all to leave me alone.
Is that why you blocked your brother's number? Now he can't text or call you.
That's something I should have done a long time ago. And I could do the same to you, Mom, if you don't tread carefully.
Relax. This is a simple matter. Max is your beloved brother. You should be there when he needs your help.
Max isn't my beloved brother. He treated me like shit for years. He physically abused me for years, and you and Dad allowed it.
That's a long time ago. There's something called forgiveness, you know.
Yeah, but I can only forgive you all if you've changed. Unfortunately, my family's still the same narcissistic set of people.
Ugh! You're being too adamant and I don't like it. I saw the photo you posted. You don't deserve that kind of house. Max does. So why can't you just give the house to him?
I can't and I won't. I made a mistake by posting that photo online. I used nearly all my savings as a down payment for that house. That's because I know what it feels like to be homeless, and I can't afford to go back to that life.
Well, you've got so much extra space now, you can't possibly want to live there all by yourself. Max's wife is pregnant with their 4th child, so they can't keep living with us.
That's total bullshit. It's not my fault that they keep having babies they can't take care of.
I can't believe you can be this cruel. Max is moving into your house, and that's final.
Do you think I'm bound by your word?
Listen, Jeff. You have a week to come to your senses and agree to give your house to your brother, or else you won't like the consequences.
If any of you try anything funny, I won't hesitate to take legal action. Wow, I can't believe your house is this big, Jeff. Excuse me, who is this, please? Oh, it's me, Max. I'm using my wife's phone to text you since you blocked my number. Damn, you're such a pest. What's this talk about my house again? I already told you I'm neither going to give it to you, nor let you move in. That's not a problem. I'm in your house already. What? How did you know the address to my house? I just checked it up online. There's this site where you can find information about people if you know their full names. That's insane. Do you know I could sue you for trespassing? Nah, you can't sue me. I'm inside the house. Did you break into my house? How did you get in? I changed the lock. Simple. Are you crazy? You mean you actually broke into my house? Well, technically I didn't break in. I changed the lock, so I just pretty much walked in. You'd better get the hell out of my house, else I'll call the cops. There's no way to prove that I broke in, duh. It's a good thing I took a bold step by moving in. You haven't unpacked yet, so it's gonna be easy for us to settle down. What the heck? Have you lost your mind? Look, you're the one making a big deal out of this. You're just so selfish, ugh. I swear you're gonna land in jail if I come back from work to find you still in my house. Haha, you can't do anything. Don't you know my wife's pregnant? You don't even pity her? Don't even try to blackmail me. I don't care about that nasty wife of yours. You all should get your sorry asses of my house this instant. It's my house now, so you're gonna run things on my terms. In fact, I have a signed document showing that you rented the house to me. Is this a joke? I don't care what fake document you've got, but there is no way I'd rent my house to you. Not even in my sleep. My wife's already rearranging the kitchen. We might need to change the colors in the living rooms also. I can't live in a house painted white with my kids still young. The place would be dirty in no time. I'd rather rent some rooms to a stranger than have you and your family stay with me. Come on, Jeff. Who said we're renting the house? It's just a backup plan in case you try anything funny. Dad and Mom are backing me up on this. We've come to stay and there's nothing you can do about it. I know you're used to being treated like you're the center of the world, but you've gone too far this time around, Max. be ready to bear the consequences. My wife said I should tell you to arrive home early because we won't open the door after 7 p.m. She also said you could go back to living in your camper if you don't want to share the house with us. We found it parked at the back of the house. Doesn't that make everything easier for everyone? That is it. I've had enough. I'm coming home right now and I'm calling the cops also. There's nothing that the cops are gonna do, especially when they see my pregnant wife. They would be more kind than you are. Oh, really? Let's see then.
Jeff, I can't believe you'd be this insolent. What's this I'm seeing on the extended family WhatsApp group?
Oh, do you mean the videos and pictures I sent? Huh. I feel it's high time I exposed your evil deeds to the entire family. It's best to let them know that you and Dad are terrible parents and have raised Max as the golden child while ignoring me.
All of this drama is because of an ordinary house? What do you think is gonna happen? Your dad's family's afraid of us, so they aren't going to interfere. Besides, what's in a house that you can't give to your brother, huh?
I've endured all sorts of ill treatment from you guys, but not anymore. My house is not a toy car that you can just snatch from me and give to my brother.
Again, this is something you don't need. You aren't married. You have no kids. Max is the one who should be living in such a large apartment, not you.
Of course it's natural for you to think that since you've only cared about Max. It just pisses me off that he could feel entitled to something I worked hard to get.
You wouldn't have so much money if we didn't push you out. Can't you see that we did you a favor? You'd have been staying with us and not gotten a new job.
What? It's a good thing I called the cops already. They'd be here any minute.
Wait, are you at your house right now?
Yes. Your beloved son and daughter-in-law have only made a fool of themselves so far. I found my old lock in the waste bin. I guess you gave them the idea of changing the locks to my house, right?
Oh no. I didn't think they'd be stupid enough to dispose of it where you could find it. Listen, Jeff, it shouldn't get to this. Call the cops and tell them not to come anymore. I'll come over and settle things just like old times.
There's nothing for you to settle, Mom. When I got to my house, I nicely asked Max and his family to move out, but do you know what they did? They began to hit me and shout at me to get out. I have it all recorded on camera, as you've seen the evidence in the WhatsApp group. I had to return to my truck and lock myself up.
I didn't intend for things to get out of hand like this. Tell the cops it was a false alarm. I'm coming over.
Don't bother, Mom. Else I'll name you as an accomplice. Did you know Max forged documents as proof that I rented out my apartment to him?
Well, I kinda know.
I thought as much. If the cops find out, he's gonna be in trouble. If I decide to press charges, he's gonna lose his job and all the burden of taking care of his family would fall on you and Dad, since his wife has refused to work.
Perhaps I should ask them to destroy that document.
Like I care. I'm just gonna let the cops do their job. Whatever they seem fit is fine by me.
Are you really going to report your brother to the police? Please don't do this, Max.
You all don't know what's coming. I just shared the video of Max assaulting me on my socials and it's beginning to go viral.
You're gonna destroy our family's name because of your selfishness! Oh! I'm disappointed in you, Jeff. That is unnecessary. If Max goes to prison, I'll never forget you.
I don't care. I've got to go now. The cops have arrived.
Please forgive your brother, Jeff. Think of your poor mother. I can't bear to lose him. I might die. Please don't let the cops take Max away. Don't do this to Max, please. Jeff? Jeff! Oh.
Hi, Jeff. Dad, is this really you? I can't believe this. We haven't spoken in ages. Yeah, well, I still wouldn't need to if you didn't block everyone from contacting you. Why would you do that? That's the easiest way to get rid of people who won't change, Dad. I didn't even know I still had your number. Listen, I'm not here to plead with you. Max's wife gave birth recently and they need to move to your house now. Jeez, I thought we were over this. You people never learn your lesson, do you? Excuse me? What lesson? I'm not your mother, so speak to me with some respect, Jeff. When Max broke into my house a few months ago, I was gonna press charges, but one look at his kids changed my mind. I didn't want them to suffer if their dad had to go to prison. I asked for a restraining order instead. Instead of being grateful, you actually have the guts to ask me to give Dan my house again? Yeah, we're grateful you didn't press charges. If you did, I'd have disowned you immediately. You're so full of yourself. Disown me? What does that even mean? It's not like I need you for anything anymore. All right, Jeff, I get it. If you won't give Max your house, could you at least give him some money to rent an apartment? The situation here is getting worse. This is an old 3-bedroom house and it can't accommodate us all anymore. Your mom and I need our space. Why can't you move out and let Max have the house then? Isn't he your beloved son anymore? What? No way. We're close to being broke. We've been assisting Max with taking care of his family, so that has eaten deep into our savings. Then let Max get a higher paying job and stop disturbing me. Why should he when the easy solution is with you? I heard that you rented out the remaining 2 rooms in your house to some people. That's unfair. Well, yeah, it'll help me pay my mortgage faster. You can't just make demands and expect me to act accordingly. Enough is enough. Give your house to your brother, do you understand? He's married and older than you. Don't be selfish. I bought your house, Dad. You need to pack your bags immediately. Huh? Yeah, the transaction was recently sealed. I even thought that was the reason you texted me. I'm happy I get to spill the news to you first. Huh? What do you mean? Yeah, remember that time when Max tried to break into my house and I posted it on the family group chat? Well, your younger brother reached out to me to ask if all that was going on was true. I told him to check my Facebook page if he doubted me because I had shared other incidents there. Okay, so? Your brother told me that the house you're living in with Mom actually belonged to him. It turned out that your parents left it as an inheritance for him, but you snatched it and stayed in the house by force. He's been trying to get it back for the past 40 years, so we made a deal. What? What deal? I bought the house from him and I got a court's injunction to have you guys move out. You're joking, right? I'll see how funny it is when the police come to evict you. Why would you do such a thing, Jeff? Please, you can have the house, but don't chase us out. We've got nowhere else to go. Well, that's your problem, not mine. I can't wait for you guys to move out so I can demolish the building. It holds too many hurtful memories for me. I'd love to construct something better on it when I have the money. Don't do this to us, Jeff. We're really sorry. Please forgive me for everything I've ever done to you. Think about the fact that I'm old and retired now. Think of Max's family staying with us. Are you gonna throw us all out on the streets? You didn't think twice before throwing me on the streets last year. I wasn't thinking straight. Please forgive me, Jeff. You know what? You can keep your house. Max doesn't have to move in with his family anymore. Just let us keep managing our old house. Huh. It's nice to see you beg for mercy, but I'm not moved one bit. It's time for you to reap what you've sown. I could rent my camper out to you if you ever need it. That's the least I could do, at least. Oh, no. Please forgive me, Jeff. I'm sorry. Apologies came too late. It's not my fault you can't afford to rent an apartment. Enjoy your new nomad life. After that, my parents, Max, and his family got evicted from the house. They tried to get help from our family members, but no one helped them after hearing all that they did to me. They begged me to rent out my camper to them, and I did for the amount it would cost to rent a cheap apartment. I didn't let them park in my house, though. I'm not that gullible. They also had to move from place to place, living like camper nomads. It was stressful for them considering Max's large family. I heard that they sometimes got into trouble for illegal occupancy and things like that. My parents soon emptied their savings account and had nothing left since they were retired and couldn't work. They had to depend on what their golden son Max could provide. I wonder how life would be for them with constant bickering over money. Perhaps Max's kids are better off in foster care while my parents stay in a home for old people. But they're so attached to their golden son that they can't leave him. I pity them, but there is nothing I could do to help entitled narcissists who would never change.